Hi.
Hello.
Stan the Man and Sanitarium. Hello, Blackbeard.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I'm going to adjust this camera just a scotch.
I'm telling you, I thought it was going to be a bad angle.
I thought it was going to be a bad angle.
That angle, the upwards look. You got to have like the down look.
I am going to turn down the brightness. There we go. There, so I don't have that much of a
Glare.
There we go. It was a funny angle.
Funny angle.
Welcome. Episode 3 of our Twitch stream. Episode 7 of our podcast. Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Something like that?
something like that. Yeah.
Cheers.
7. Cheers. Thanks for the gift. He brought me Corona Premier.
And I'm drinking from a Stripes cup. Looks like a 64 ounce. Is that 64?
Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah.
Whenever I stopped at the gas station, that was the biggest one they had, and it was only like $2. I was like, screw it, I'll get a free cup.
It's a lot of Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
Because I'll guarantee you that's what you got.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
You know it. Two
Anyways.
things that touch the soul of a Texan is whiskey and Dr. Pepper.
And women.
That's a different part of the soul. Ow. Oh, myself on the freaking bottle then. Oh.
Yeah, welcome to the Insanitarium Show. Stan the Man, and with me always is Blackbeard. Again, this is episode 3 on our Twitch account, episode 7 on our podcast.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're getting a pretty decent response with the Twitch stream. The people that are actually watching it are enjoying it.
Well, I was looking back. I've been watching, a couple other Twitch streams and stuff like that. And, they always talk about their growth. And, people on TikTok people, they promote their Twitch streams a lot on there. And, after a month, they always post our growth or whatever. And they average, I think, 3 or 4 viewers a stream, but they have like 80 people following them. And it's a process. It's not going to be an overnight thing.
Well, here's to no technical difficulties, because so far we're batting 1,000 on every episode. We have at least one technical difficulty.
I think it's we need to start betting on it. We need to have like a pool or something.
A pool?
A pool of money.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a week since our last broadcast. How you been? What's been going on?
I had to deal with insurance today, so I got that out of the way.
Would you file a claim, or you just...
No, she wanted us to come in and have a meeting, and it was kind of like that new member meeting thing. I don't know if y'all ever had to do that.
No.
Okay, well, we did, and she wanted us to get like health and life insurance, or life insurance and renter's insurance and all this other stuff, and she was wanting us to get all crazy amount of life insurance and things like that, and I was kind of like, no, I'm good, thanks. Like, I've got my stuff through work, so.
You might want to turn down the sensitivity, because if you notice, when you talk, both of our microphones are picking up.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got a noise compressor on there, so it should cut out anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shouldn't be a big issue.
Yeah. Life insurance, it's one of those necessary evils.
Yeah. And I understand renter's insurance. I get renter's insurance as well, but...
Yeah, but I'm talking about life insurance.
I have life insurance.
Yeah, you do through work.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about extra.
Yeah, that's what Savannah's saying. We probably end up getting it.
Well, good luck, because me and the wife tried to get some through our insurance company, and they were like, no.
Yeah.
They were like, no.
See, that's what I kind of figured we were going to have the issue of, is... she was saying something along the lines of, yeah, we got to get the blood draw and all this other stuff. Then, while you get approved and all this other stuff, then, you're covered during that. And then, while they decide what they're going to do. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to. Because she goes, do you smoke? And I'm like, yep.
Well, I was told that vaping, that they don't really knock you that much on vaping, because it's not...
Healthier.
Yeah, it's not as bad as smoking.
Right.
But... Yeah, we were still told no.
Yeah. Well, she said anything that counts as nicotine counts as smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm not, in my line of work, I'm not going to give that up.
No.
Beer and nicotine, I got to have them. It's one of my vices.
If you notice, our podcast episode name was that a fart or a shit? Or is that a fart or a shit?
As long as it updated the information. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It should be.
I think it's only fitting that we bring that up. Because I guarantee you there's at least one person, I'll say at least 9 out of 10 people in their life have at least one time in their life sharted.
Yeah. And questioned whether they had to run home and change.
Yeah. I got a story about sharts.
Oh, great.
I would say 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I was laying in bed with the wife, and I was having some issue. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was when I was using that prescription cream on my feet.
Oh, I remember this story.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this now.
This is a hilarious story.
Yeah.
I got diagnosed with like heel spurs or something in my feet. And if you don't know what a heel spur is, it's pretty much a calcium growth on your bone from like a pre-existing injury, and it never healed right. So what your body does to heal itself is grow calcium. It's just a natural thing your body does. Anyways, I didn't know that I had heel spurs until one day I could barely walk on my feet, and I went to the doctor and they x-rayed it, and they're like, oh yeah, you got heel spurs and blah blah blah. So at the time they said, okay, you can either have surgery and get it removed, which is an extremely long recovery process. I think they said it was like 6 months, because where it was at, they would have had to cut me open and then detach my Achilles from my foot and then shave it off and then reattach the Achilles on there. And, you know, the Achilles is one of your biggest tendons, if not the biggest tendon in your body.
That's what killed Achilles.
And it takes forever for it to heal. So they told me that, and I'm like, no, what's another option? They said, well, you can just get a boot, a walking boot, and just stay off, you know, go through your own personal rehab at home, and we'll give you this topical ointment that's like a anti-inflammatory ointment that's supposed to help the heal process of the Achilles. Because what they were trying to do was, the reason why it was hurting so much to walk on it was because the Achilles wasn't healing correctly, and every time I was walking on it without correction, it was like it kept straining itself.
Right.
So that was the point of the boot and all this ointment and crap. So I go home and I'm putting this ointment on that they prescribed to me. Again, it's like anti-inflammatory ointment. Well, the directions said that you had to put like literally a pea-size amount on it. And
pea-size, were you?
I wasn't using a pea-size amount because I thought, yeah, I'm a big boy, I can handle a little bit more. So I didn't like get globs of it, but I definitely got a bigger than a pea-size amount.
Mistake.
Maybe like a quarter-size amount. And I put it on there, and then for some reason, I don't know what it was. I know what it was now, but at the time I didn't know. So I'm putting on this ointment, and I'm sitting off my feet, sitting at home, and all of a sudden I'm like, golly, I'm getting the, you know, bubble guts that day that I started using it.
Like after eating at Taco Bell.
Like, yeah. Or, you know, grandma's homemade chili. Or a shit ton of Frito pie.
With or without the beans.
With or without the beans. Probably the beans.
The beans.
And corn. Anyways, I'm like, oh, great. So I go and I'm shitting my brains out. Nonstop. I probably go 4 or 5 times. My ass is so raw, I had to use baby wipes at some point because it hurt just to wipe my ass. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, golly, I'm taking Pepto, I'm taking Imodium, nothing is helping. Literally, Imodium wasn't even helping, and Imodium takes care of everything that has to do with your bowels.
Imodium's the plug.
Yeah, Imodium's the plug. I'm sitting there, and I'm going like 2 or 3 days. Well, where this sharding story comes into play. I'm laying in bed.
Hence the name of the title.
And mind you, at this point, you trust 0 farts. 0. Because of how bad I'm shitting. I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden I feel a fart coming, and it was one of those, I'm trying to hold it back, but it is so big that you can't stop it. You know what I'm talking about? You ever have that?
Mm-hmm.
You feel it, and you're like, oh, I got a fart.
Yep.
And
but there was a gift.
Oh, it was a gift, all right. It was a gift. It was a very...
At least tell me you didn't have white sheets.
Liquidy gift. In bed.
At least it wasn't white sheets. Ruined?
No, it wasn't white sheet. We don't even own a pair of white sheets.
Okay. Do you ever notice we always come back to the topic of your ass somehow? The first few episodes or something like that, it was the hemorrhoid shit.
Well, it was hemorrhoids first. Anyways, so I shit the bed. And Literally. And it wasn't much. I mean, it was probably like a tennis ball size stain. And I'm so embarrassed at this point. My wife is like, did you literally just shit the bed? I'm like, I can't help it. This medicine is fucking me up.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Runs in the family.
Well, yeah. Runs in the family, yes. Exactly. Well, okay, so I didn't know what it was. I thought I had like food poisoning at the time. Well, my wife, she was sitting there thinking about it, and she goes, when did you start putting on that ointment? I was like, today. She said, call me crazy. And I go, okay, crazy. And she said, let's seriously look at the side effects of this ointment. Okay. So, whenever you get drugs, like prescription drugs, they give you like an info sheet. And it tells you like side effects and dosage and blah, 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 blah. So I open it up and I'm reading like the side effects. And it's one of those it was one of those medications where the side effects severely outweighed the actual benefit of the fucking medicine. And one of the side effects was like extremely loose diarrhea. And I go,
there's the culprit.
I go, could it be? And she said, most likely. Oh, okay. So I quit using it. Next day, perfectly fine.
No longer should.
Never again am I going to be using anti-inflammatory ointments. Ever. And my wife, she had this, I wouldn't even really call her a friend, but she knew this person that she really just didn't like.
Yeah.
And they were pregnant at the time. And I go, hey, I have a great idea.
Oh, God.
I said, why don't we send this person this ointment and say it's anti-stretch cream for her skin, like, you know what I mean? Like stretch mark cream. We can say, hey, this is like stretch mark cream.
That's evil. Please don't tell me you sent it.
No, we didn't send it to her. But at the time, it was a really good idea. We were like, that's a great idea for a great prank.
Lord.
Anyways, that's my short story.
Yeah, somehow we always get back to the topic of your ass. I don't understand why.
Or farts or hemorrhoids.
So what's happened new in your world since our last go around?
Not a whole bunch. Cowboys suck.
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to them because I figured it was going to be more of the same.
Cowboys lost to the Browns.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, the Cowboys' defense is abysmal, and that's putting it lightly. Abysmal at best.
You know, I saw somebody who was like kind of defending them, and they're like, the Browns are 3-1 and all this other stuff, and you know, yeah, the Browns have been getting better, but at the same time, and somebody else commented on there, the amount of talent we have had for all of these years, and we still can't do anything that amounts to some sort of success is just there's a huge problem, and I'm pretty sure, and everybody would say it starts at the freaking top.
Well, the Cowboys, they haven't been good on defense since the 90s when they had Charles Haley, Deion Sanders,
Yeah.
Ken Norton Jr., those guys. And it's sad because, they're such a, I wouldn't say elite. They're not elite anymore, but they used to be elite. And it's sad. America's team is not America's team.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life.
No, they can't claim that anymore. And that's coming from a Dallas fan, is they're no longer America's team. They were whenever they were, like you said, elite. I mean, they had it all. They had defense, offense, running, throwing, and now it's just abysmal, to be honest. And it's the same thing with the Rangers.
Well, you can blame Jerry Jones.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I mean you can start at the top and work your way down and find problems in each section.
Yeah. The Rangers suck. The Stars lost in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, I saw that too.
At least they made it. They started off really bad.
Yeah.
The Stars, and then they fired their coach, got a new coach, and then they came back and made it all the way to the Stanley Cup finals.
Right.
Nothing really to be too disappointed about. I mean, yeah, they lost. That's the disappointing part. But
they got there.
But they got there.
I'd be okay with getting there and losing versus just not getting there at all.
Well, I remember in '99 when I watched them win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Don't ask me who they played. I don't remember.
I don't keep up with hockey as much.
Yeah, hockey's one of those I can take it or leave it.
Yeah. Like most people, I watch hockey for the fights.
Yeah.
Switching gears and a terrible segue into the next topic. Do you plan on getting the PS5?
Yes.
When it launches? See, that's a tough question. I've seen a lot of people pre-order it, and I've heard that Sony's kicking back a lot of pre-orders. Mainly because I guess they weren't prepared for the amount of people that were going to pre-order it.
Part of me is saying, yeah, order it as soon as it comes out. And then another part of me is saying, wait for like 6 months to let all the bugs get worked out and all the kinks. But I don't know, that's 6 months is a long time to wait on a new console.
Well, like I said on the last episode, I plan on building the PC. I'll get the PS5, but I think I'm gonna wait for a while. From what I've seen from PCs and all that other stuff, it's just they have so much of a fucking advantage.
Well, you're just talking about first-person shooters, and the reason being is because FPS is higher, bandwidth, depending on your ISP, your bandwidth has a lot to do with it. I mean, FPS has a whole bunch to do with it.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's a whole lot easier to control recoil on a mouse than it is on a controller.
Well, see, that's the thing. Even if I got PC, I'd probably still use controller because you can use a PS4 controller.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
And if you notice on Call of Duty, you can fine-tune your controls and stuff on PC.
Yeah.
But you can't on console.
Well, not only that, your field of view on PC is way more. Like they did a side-by-side comparison of PlayStation versus PC. And it was in one of those buildings on Verdansk. And there was a guy standing at a doorway, and he could see outside the door and all of the building, and mostly to the right. And when you look at it on PlayStation, you can't see out the door, and your field of view doesn't go all the way to the right. You're just basically straight forward.
Right. Well, it's so hard to play right now because there's so much broken crap.
Oh yeah, there's people cheating and stuff.
Well, the AS Val's broke. Extremely broke.
I saw that. I saw somebody on Shoot House. He was all the way at one side of the map, and he put somebody at the other side of the map, shot through that multiple brick walls from one side of the map to the other.
You can shoot through the entire map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No stoppage, anything. It's completely broke.
Right.
And the same thing with that marksman rifle.
There's no bullet drop on it.
Yeah. I've seen people that have maxed out the range to the point where it goes past off of the ranking thing.
Yeah.
And he did a test at, 50, 100, all the way out to 5, I think. And he had 0 bullet drop, which Call of Duty used to be that way. I mean, it used to be you didn't have any bullet drop and dead on was dead on. I mean, we played Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I'm going to need another one. You're going to be the beer runner since you're out there. But there's 0 bullet drop on that thing. Not only that, it's got more damage than the Mauser. It's got, they brought in 2 broke guns, and that's what they normally do. They just bring in broke shit. They don't test it first with a lot of things and then wonder why people get pissed. Or they're all using the same gun, because as soon as a gun they find is broken, everybody abuses it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no bullet drop on that 208, which is essentially the Remington 700 in real life. But yeah, there's no bullet drop on that. The AS Val is so broke you can shoot through the entire map. What people are doing, getting sneaky now, is they're throwing snapshot grenades to mark you, and then they can just shoot you right through there. But a way to get around that is use battle hardened, because that's makes you immune to snapshot grenades.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have to now.
Yeah. Well,
you don't really have a choice.
It takes battle hardened to me is not, it's a good perk, but I use shrapnel so often. It's hard for me to get away from it. But, who's on there?
The bot.
Oh, the bot is the only viewer?
Pretty much. No, the bot doesn't count as a viewer, but
oh, who's the viewer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Somebody.
I don't know who. Whoever you are.
That's just the bot again. I was just seeing what I deleted. I must be on the wrong day for TikTok Live as well. I only got one on there as well. Normally I have like 8 or 9.
Well, it is Thursday.
And it is like 9 o'clock. Most of mine are night shifters. The dark owls.
So I was thinking about something we can do. I was going to do another top 10, but music.
You're getting into a dangerous territory. Because there's are you doing by genre?
Yeah, not like of all time, of all genres put together, no.
Well, yeah, because that's a completely different list.
Yeah, no, like top 10 classic rock, top 10 country, top 10
well, even
heavy metal.
Even metal, rock, metal, and country each have their own subgenres. Because you got pop country, you've got old country, Texas country.
Okay, the country that matters.
The country that matters.
Let's just say that. Country. If it doesn't have a steel guitar or a fiddle or a harmonica, then it's not country. Or an acoustic, excuse me. It has to have at least an acoustic in there somewhere.
Well, then you've cut out everything past 2010.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's not country.
We can do that.
And then metal, I'm talking about like heavy metal. If it doesn't have a screaming riff or double bass drums and a singer that you can somewhat understand and kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily screamo, but
Job for a Cowboy's out.
Huh?
Job for a Cowboy is out. You never heard of Job for a Cowboy?
No.
They're metal. Like
Death Clock
yeah,
or Cannibal Corpse
along those lines. Yeah.
or yeah. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
Of course, if we're talking about music, we have to touch base on the Eddie Van Halen thing.
Oh yeah.
That sucked.
Rest in peace, Eddie. They
were talking about how him and I believe one other didn't show up for the induction into the Hall of Fame. So they were
Who?
It was a radio show. I think it was this morning or yesterday morning or something like that. I was listening to it. They're like, yeah, they didn't even show up, and I was like, it's typical. Eddie was, and they talked about how he wrote songs and stuff, and they said, yeah, he had to be drunk or high to write most of his music. He said he would start drinking vodka.
Who? Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Eddie would.
I was told Eddie Van Halen had cancer, and it like
Dakota, hush.
resurfaced. He was in remission, and then it came back.
The reason he missed the Hall of Fame induction was because he was in rehab at the time, and it was because most of his songwriting he had to be, screwed up in order to do it.
Well, I would put Eddie Van Halen in probably the top 5 greatest guitarists of all time.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a list we could go on and on and on about, because I'd put Stevie Ray Vaughan in that list in top 5.
Well, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Stevie Ray's top 3.
I think Santana might be 4. Yeah. I don't know if Eddie or Santana beats Eddie. To me, I feel like Eddie's better than Santana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 1 is okay, 1 and 2 to me greatest guitarists of all time.
1 or 2 is either going to be
Dimebag or Stevie. It's very close.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm very partial to Pantera.
Right.
A lot of people are going to disagree, but
well, a lot of people put in, Steve Vai and all that other stuff.
Well, or Clapton.
Or Clapton. But I look at it like based on their... Clapton was good, but if you look at... I base it on their solos. Like how difficult their solos are and how, something... I can look at Clapton stuff and say, okay, I can learn that.
Mm-hmm.
If I look at... I had to download Rocksmith in order to learn Dimebag stuff. Like that Cowboys from Hell solo, that took me days to learn. And even then, I still don't have it down perfect. So, and I had to slow it down, I think, to like 5%. Because I played it at full speed. And I got the first note and past that, shit all. And then I slowed it down to 5, and then I was like, okay, I can kind of get this, and then sped it up as I went. Same thing with Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray had so much shit in it, and he was all over the freaking fretboard that I was just like, holy Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So, who would
Stevie's hard.
Yeah.
So it'd be 1 and 2. It's a tie for me between Dimebag and Stevie. Number 3 would probably be...
Who did Cliffs of Dover?
I have no idea.
His guitar skills, I know, would be good. I'll have to remember who it was.
Number 3 would probably be either Hendrix or Clapton. And then 4 would be Hendrix or Clapton. I mean, they're so close. 5 would probably be Jimmy Page.
You didn't put Eddie
Oh, excuse me, Eddie. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Eddie would be 5. 6 would be Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
7 would probably be 7 would probably be Kirk Hammond
I can see that.
from Metallica. 7 Angus Young. Wait. Is that Angus Young?
Yeah.
Yeah, AC/DC.
Yeah. See, again, that's another one that I'm not saying that, emails. I'm not saying AC/DC's not good. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but it's like everybody says they're a 3-chord band.
Mm-hmm.
And he does have good solos. I just don't know that I'd put him in. I'd put Angus at 10. 10 would fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the success of the band and the songs.
Yeah, I mean, you got good points.
It's 8, 7, 8, 9. That's the hard fill.
Yeah.
Because there are some better than Angus. It's just where you put them.
I'd probably say Keith Richards is in there somewhere.
Yeah. Then you'd have to maybe do Joe Perry.
Aerosmith.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good call.
Yeah.
Forgot about Joe Perry.
Joe Perry.
Slash. Forgot about Slash.
Yeah.
GNR, baby.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Top 10 greatest guitarists of all time.
Yeah.
In our opinions.
Which we didn't really nail down. The top is obviously ties. Because, like you said, it's completely different styles. And it's really hard to compare. It's like people comparing LeBron and Jordan. It's 2 different decades. It's 2 different styles of teams and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, well, to dispel that argument.
Walked off the court.
To dispel that argument, Michael Jordan's better than LeBron.
Yeah.
Just going to say it.
Because I saw something that...
I mean, he did have 6 championships in 7 years.
They were talking about how LeBron walked off the court early in that loss. And they're like, Jordan would never have done that. And
he wouldn't have.
Kobe would never have done that and all that other stuff.
You need to watch that that documentary.
Oh, yeah, the 30 for 30 on him?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was a 30.
Or no, it was The Last Dance.
The Last Dance. Yeah, you need to watch it.
I know.
It's very good.
I'm late on that. I'm late watching a bunch of stuff because I feel like I'm fucking with this thing too much.
The Last Dance is very good.
Once we got Prime, I started watching The Boys, that superhero TV show thing.
Oh, my brother told me about that. He says it's good.
It's not bad. I mean, I don't know if it's like as blown up. It's good. I'm not going to discredit that, but it's one of those things like the hype that you get, you're kind of like expecting it, like kind of like Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just, I think it was hyped up too much to me before.
Keep talking.
Watching it.
I got to get a BWRU in.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, you're going to be the beer boy because you're going to have to get me one too. I'm jonesing for some beer. But yes, you can't compare MJ and LeBron. Welcome to my talking portion of the show while Stan gets us some beer. Hello, TikTok people. If you want to watch us on Twitch, we're both on there. That's cool. If you're listening on the podcast on the following day, hello and welcome. Even though you've already been listening this whole time. Oh, look. He came back. Oh, you brought me 2 this time.
I brought you 2 this time. Go away.
Go on, dogs. Go.
Go on.
Go away.
Go away. The niños are just trying to work out their wiggles.
That's another one we get into all the time is Nacho.
Nacho.
All right. Music list.
All right.
What are we starting with first?
Okay. Classic rock. Now,
Classic rock.
classic rock. Now, when I mean classic rock, I mean 60s and 70s rock.
Okay.
Okay.
So just sticking to 60s and 70s.
60s and 70s rock. Okay. Because a lot of people, especially the younger crowd, is going to say that 90s is classic rock. That is not classic rock.
90s is grunge.
90s is alternative and grunge. And teeny bopper and bop. Okay. 60s.
Hush.
60s and 70s classic rock.
Sorry for the dog. Dakota, shut your mouth.
My number one. I would start from 10, but it's easier without actually sitting down and writing down a list. It's easier just to go from number one and then work your way down,
Okay.
in my opinion. Unless you want to start at 10.
No, either one. I don't care.
Okay, my number one, classic rock. 60s and 70s rock.
Are you going personable to you, or are you going...
Yes.
Okay.
That's all this is. In our opinions.
Okay.
Our own opinions. Okay?
Okay.
Zeppelin. Number one.
We'll keep going. If I hear another one, then we'll update it on my side.
Number two, The Doors.
At 2. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number three is...
Here's where the list gets tricky.
Skynyrd.
Okay.
4 is Eagles.
I consider Eagles soft rock. But it does fall in classic rock, but Eagles I consider soft rock. Ooh, I almost dropped it.
It could be either or. My opinion. But, again, it's my list, not yours. 5, This is where it starts getting tricky.
Mm-hmm.
5 is probably going to be Stones.
Okay.
6. You're shaking your head at me.
No,
You're
no.
shaking your head.
I'm listening and preparing to see if you miss any big ones that I think should be there.
6. 6 would probably be Boston.
Okay.
7. I would say Aerosmith, but they didn't have a whole bunch in the 70s. The majority of their stuff came in the 80s and 90s.
Right, but they originate.
They were around in the 70s.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I mean, I know my classic rock. It's just I'm trying to think of top.
Yeah.
What am I at? I said 7 was Smith.
Mm-hmm.
8 would be
I'm just providing background music. It's a tough list.
It is a tough list. It is a tough list.
You started with the hardest category.
Yeah, I did. 8. Let's see, Zeppelin. I already said Zeppelin. You know what? I'm gonna stop right here until I can think of some more. But I'm gonna let you go with like your top, however many you want to go. But you gotta start at number 1, or you can start at 10. I don't give a shit. If you want to start at 10, start at 10. If you want to start at 1, start at 1. I'm gonna have to resort to my Apple Music because for some reason I'm just drawing a blank. I know my music, but it's
Van Halen was 80s. So that's why.
Yeah.
Late.
Their first album was 78.
Well, it definitely wasn't the album 1984.
Ah, damn. Okay, I'm gonna retract. Hold on, I'm gonna retract 1. I'm gonna take back. What was 6? It was Aerosmith, and what was before Aerosmith? Was it Boston?
Yeah.
Okay, no. I'm gonna take back.
Boston.
Yes, I'm gonna take back Boston and put Creedence Clearwater Revival. Holy crap! At 6. Boston at number 8.
Damn it, Cleedence.
Damn it, Creedence. Boston at number 8.
What year did Journey first start?
Journey wasn't in the 70s.
Sure. Look at their.
Okay, I said 60s and 70s. So
Right.
they had to like at least start somewhat in the 60s or 70s, the early 70s. Journey to me is more rock, not classic rock. 8. I'm at 8, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm at 9 because Boston's 8. 9's
Oh,
Fleetwood.
you bumped Boston down.
Yeah,
Okay.
9's Fleetwood Mac. Forgot about Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. And then 10. Is. Oh man, I gotta put this up there. Okay. Ooh, there's another one. Golly. Okay, Boston. I'm knocking Boston off my list. They're not gonna be in my top 10. Number.
So you're back at 9 now. Because you.
Well, 8.
Okay, you're replacing 8.
I'm replacing 8 with Queen.
Okay.
9 was
That's one I was wondering if you were gonna miss.
Fleetwood Mac, which I'm actually gonna change to Pink Floyd, and Fleetwood Mac will be 10.
What about Elton?
Yeah, Elton's good. Elton's good.
What about Clapton? And Creed?
Clapton's good.
Hendrix.
Hendrix is good, but I'll be honest with you. I only liked a few songs by Clapton or Hendrix.
But his performance at Woodstock
Okay.
made Woodstock.
Yeah. So did Joe Cocker.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my list. So Zeppelin, 1, 2 was the Doors, 3 was shit, I don't even remember what they were.
That's why we should have wrote them down.
1 was Zeppelin, 2 was the Doors, 3 was oh well.
We'll
I
have
don't
to go
even
back and
remember.
listen to it.
We'll have to go back and listen to it. Because again, I'm not even writing this crap down in neither of you. So there's my list. Now it's your turn.
I would put Queen numero uno on that list
Of course you would.
because
Because I know you have a crush on Freddie Mercury.
oh yeah, totally. That's why I started growing the stash. Just because
a real good time.
every time I hear that song, like I've said 1,000 times before,
Shaun of the Dead.
it goes back to Shaun of the Dead.
I feel alive.
2
In the world,
2 would be Stones.
turn it inside out.
3 would be Jimmy. 4 would be Ozzy. 5 would be Ozzy. 6 would be Ozzy. 7 would be Ozzy. 8 would be Ozzy. 9 would be Ozzy. 10 would be Ozzy. 11 would be Ozzy. 12 would be Ozzy. 13 would be Ozzy. 14 would be Ozzy. 15 would be Ozzy. 16 would be Ozzy. 17 would be Ozzy. 18 would be Ozzy. 19 would be Ozzy. 20 would be Ozzy. 21 would be Ozzy. 22 would be Ozzy. 23 would be Ozzy. 24 would be Ozzy. 25 would be Ozzy. 26 would be Ozzy. 27 would be Ozzy. 28 would be Ozzy. 29 would be Ozzy. 30 would be Ozzy. 31 would be Ozzy. 32 would be Ozzy. 33 would be Ozzy. 34 would be Ozzy. 35 would be Ozzy. 36 would be Ozzy. 37 would be 4 would be Zeppelin.
I can't believe you're putting Queen above Zeppelin. There's something wrong with you. I know, it's your opinion.
No.
It's your opinion.
I'm also doing
It's your list.
It's my opinion, but at the same time, it's also their influence. That's also another thing I'm basing it on. My opinion's skewed towards how much they influenced.
Continue.
What was I on 4?
Yeah, 4 was Zeppelin.
4 was Zepp. 5 would be Aerosmith. 6. Did I already say Jimmy? I think I already said Jimmy.
You said Jimmy
It was
was
3.
3.
6. 6 for me would be...
Because you put Stones at 2.
6 for me would be Fleetwood. 7. Seven's tough. Now my list is getting tough. 7 would be Cream. Clapton.
Okay.
I know that. 8 would be Floyd. 9 would be Elton. Which Elton had a bunch of influence. Hey, what's up, Dusty Girl? I just saw your response. Hey. Was I on 9?
Elton was 9.
Elton was 9? Wow, I already went through the list. 10. 10. I know so many that I'm trying to siphon out the 80s ones because there's a lot of good ones in the 80s.
Boston, Foreigner, Kansas, Toto,
The Cars was in the 70s.
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon. Styx. Styx will be 10.
Steely Dan.
Styx, I'll say 10.
Styx.
Lady. Yep. Yeah. 80s is Courser's watching from Michigan.
Who?
Courser.
From Michigan.
Yeah.
The hell's he doing in Michigan?
He's all the way up north, don't you know? That's
Don't you know?
horrible Michigan accent. But whatever.
Yeah, Michigan Knights don't have Michiganians don't have that accent. That's Minnesotans.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It's almost like Canadian, eh?
Almost. You'd get a jelly donut.
Hey, sorry about that there.
Sorry about that there, you hoser.
Sorry. God, I love Canadians. They're so funny. Sorry about you.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
90s rock.
Oh, you want to go 90s?
90s rock.
Obviously, everybody's
90s rock.
first is going to be Nirvana.
Not mine.
I would agree. Yeah, not mine either.
Not mine.
I don't get me wrong, Kurt Cobain and Nirvana and all that. Yes, but they're not mine.
He had a lot of influence.
He did have a lot of influence.
It was a life way too short. That's for sure. No. Okay. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I want to say you're first. I'm going to guess. I'll let you go first, but I'm going to say it may not be one, but Bush is going to be in your top 10. I know your first one is going to be Pearl Jam.
That's true. Pearl Jam is number 1.
I know you too fucking well.
Pearl Jam is the one.
OMG, Michigan.
Huh?
But that's, well, okay, so sorry to cut off from our list. On my TikTok, obviously, they know my job.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been trying to scratch. I'm going to get one of those scratch off lists, and everyone from each state that we have, I'm going to scratch off. But he is not in the same profession as I am. He's on a different side. He's on the other side. Hello. I didn't notice the name change. He's on the other side. Had to change the user. Understandable. Anyway, go on with your list.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yes. Pearl Jam, numero uno.
Right.
Numero dos. Stone Temple Pilots.
I was going to guess that was your second one.
And a very, very, very close third to me is Soundgarden.
Oh, you put STP above Soundgarden.
That's why I'm saying it's kind of a tie.
See, I figured Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
Pearl Jam's definitely number one.
Well, yeah, would go 1 and 2.
Pearl Jam is definitely number one. Eddie Vedder is.
Yeah, you got Chris Cornell. See,
Chris Cornell, one of the greatest singers of all time.
Are you gonna put Temple of the Dog on that list? Because that was both of them.
Temple of the Dog. Okay, hold on.
Hunger Strike is fantastic.
That's the only song they had.
But it's so good.
That's the only song they had. It was Eddie Vedder. It was Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell, and they got together and made a song.
But that's like,
and that was it.
But that was all of the 90s wrapped in one song.
It was a damn good song. But
that song alone may get them on the list.
We're talking about artists as a whole.
Nope.
And all they did, not just one fucking song. That's like saying Mother Love Bone was the best.
But you got to admit that one song rivaled bands that had tons of songs.
No, I'm not going to put fucking Temple of the Dog on my list. Yes, they had a badass song. Hunger Strike was good, but it is not worthy of putting the entire band on my top 10 list for one fucking song. I'm not going to do that. No.
I'd at least put the
You can do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. But no, I'm not going to put that. That is not worthy of being on a top 10 band list of the 90s. I'm sorry.
I may or may not. To be determined.
Anyways, 2 and 3 are very close together, and it's Stone Temple Pilots and Soundgarden. And then coming up very close to those two is Alice in Chains.
Yeah. I agree with this list so far.
Oh, I know you do, because we listen to all these. All right, Alice in Chains, number 4.
Fucking every damn time now.
Jesus, pretty
When I
light.
hear that song, think of the roller coaster video. Wee. Damn it.
All right,
Fucking hate.
Alice in Chains.
And now the list gets tough.
No, it doesn't really get tough. I wouldn't. With 311, no, 311. 311's one of my top favorite bands of all time, but I don't know if I'd classify them as rock. I mean, they are rock. They do rock, but they're kind of in their own place.
Yeah.
They're not your typical rock. They're not like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden kind of rock. They're different.
What was
4 was Alice in Chains.
I'd put Green Day after that.
Green Day is considered punk.
Okay, yeah. Good point. I agree. Cranberries.
No.
Bush.
Bush is up there. Bush is in the top 10. You were right. You did guess that. Bush is up there. I'm going to say, and they only had one.
Don't say one song because you're.
No, they didn't have one song. They had multiple songs, but they had one album that I had, and I don't even think they came out with another album. But Candlebox.
Oh, that's a good
had a really good album.
That's a good one.
I'm going to put them at 5. 6 is going to be
Not rock enough to be rock. Yeah.
no. I'm backing up. Wait, we're saying 90s rock. Hold on. Okay. We're saying 90s rock. Even though this band kind of went between 80s and 90s, They started off in the 80s, and they were huge in the 80s, and then they broke up in the early 90s. I was going to say Guns N' Roses. But
they're not grunge.
I didn't say they're grunge, just rock.
I thought you were saying grunge rock.
No, I said 90s rock.
Oh, okay. Continue.
You were thinking grunge era.
Well, if you're just going rock in the 90s.
90s rock.
Green Day counts then.
They're considered punk rock. Okay, here. Let's back up. So we can get on the same page here.
GNR deserve to make the list.
Well, yeah, GNR deserves to make any list.
Yeah.
But the genre we're talking about, it doesn't really pertain because
we're talking about like started in the 90s. You're right. GNR is on a ton of lists. But they're more like 80s. Where they would be on the list with
87 was when Appetite for Destruction came out. 87.
Well, they had albums before that. They had GNR 1, 2, and 3 well before then.
Use Your Illusions? No, those came out in the 90s. Appetite for Destruction was GNR's first album. That was one with Paradise City, Welcome to the Jungle,
right?
Mr. Brownstone.
I thought 1, 2, and 3 was before Appetite.
1, 2, and 3. Where are you getting 3 at? They had.
I'll have to look at their discography.
Okay, they had Appetite for Destruction, and then after that was not Lies. I want to say it's Spaghetti Incident, which was a shitty album.
Why don't we just pull up Spotify?
And then they had Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and then I think Lies was their last album, and then that was it. And then they came back, 7-8 years ago,
something like
with that shit album. I don't even remember the name of it. All right, look it up. I know my Guns N' Roses. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 are their last albums. If not those, it was Lies, I believe. But Spaghetti Incident, I know was pretty sure was number 2.
We're looking.
Spaghetti Incident was shit.
Spaghetti Incident.
While you're looking that up. So yeah, Guns N' Roses does not fall in that category of 90s.
Extreme.
Even though they did,
Extreme. I completely forgot about Extreme.
Yeah, I think Extreme was in the 80s.
Yeah.
They leaked into the 90s too.
Dakota Hush.
Live is a very good band to be on that list. I think that should be number 6. Live. Dolphins Cry. Lightning Crashes.
I thought that was Collective Soul.
No, Collective Soul sung. That's on my list too. That'll be right after Live.
That must be
Collective Soul sung Shine, or sang Shine. Heaven Let Your Light Shine Down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. That song was awesome. That song came out. Third Eye Blind. I'm glad you brought that up.
I have the list actually.
Third Eye Blind. That is on the list. They were late 80s or late 90s. Excuse me.
Dakota.
I will say Creed. However, let me explain Creed. Creed's first album, My Own Prison, was the only album that was ever worth buying.
Can you take
No.
me high?
Fuck that album. No, fuck that album. That album was shit. No.
That's what everybody likes off of their album, though.
No. No. My Own Prison. That album came out in 99, 98, 99. Was awesome. What are you looking at there?
I was trying to pull it up on the playlist. I thought I had.
Just Wikipedia that shit.
I'm looking. Just give me a minute. It has their discography on here. If it works.
8 is going to be 8 is Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm gonna put Red Hot Chili Peppers on there. How many viewers you got on your Tiki-Taki?
Right now, 3.
3? Sweet. What is your freaking deal?
Go lay down. He's fine. Protective ass. God, I keep shaking the phone. I'm going to move the mouse so I don't keep shaking the phone. Okay, so there was Spaghetti Incident. Chinese Democracy was the latest one.
Yeah, that was it. Shitty album.
1, Use Your Illusion 2.
Mm-hmm. Lies, Appetite for Destruction.
That's the Super Deluxe Edition.
Okay, well.
Dakota! Stop!
All right. Why don't you just go put him in his kennel?
I'm about to. You're gonna
Oh, what year does that say on there? On Appetite for Destruction?
1987.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I was wrong on the order
Let me out.
about Spaghetti Incident.
You can tell them your list and I'll listen. Come on. Down. Go ahead and roll back in.
No, that's fine. Hey. All right, fat guy's gotta. Ugh. Okay, so number 8 is going to be. I'm gonna have to look this up. Speaking of Temple of the Dog, I got it right here. Oh, well, would Sublime fall under this? I don't know. Sublime was rock, but I don't think. I mean, that's tough. Sublime was, what did they call that? They didn't call it ska. Well, I guess it could be kind of ska-ish. But, I mean, I love Sublime, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Oh, Nirvana. Okay, yeah. Duh. Forgot about Nirvana. So that'll be number 5, Nirvana. And then everything else is just going to move down. Matchbox 20 was also very good. Yourself or Someone Like You was a very good album. I forgot about Nirvana. Duh. So I moved Nirvana to number 5 and just moved everything else down one from there.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I would put Sublime on my list, but I don't. Sublime kind of falls in a different category. They're like ska,
pretty much
rock.
Yeah,
but yeah, Collective Soul would be number 9, and then
whoop, there I go hitting the camera again. Sorry, guys.
Good job. Yeah.
He's gonna rebel now. Watch.
Like how? Was he gonna just sit there and start barking?
No, he's gonna pee on the outside of the kennel. That's what he does. Yeah.
My number 10. Number 10. You know what? Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to put Green Day on that list. Even though Green Day is technically kind of punk rock. Just for the sake of what we're talking about, I'll put Green Day on my list as number 10. All right, your turn.
I don't know that I'd make any changes to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Pearl Jam number 1? No. Not for you. No, Alice in Chains is number 1 for you.
No, I'd probably put Soundgarden number 1. Just because of Cornell.
Well, Alice in Chains would be higher on your list. Because I have Alice in Chains at 4.
It would probably go Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, then Alice in Chains. That's probably the only changes I'd make to it.
It's a good list. At least we have the like pretty much the same top 5.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the most notable. I might also move Red Hot Chili Peppers up. Where'd you have them at? I think it was.
I think I had 6 or 7. Yeah.
I probably put them about 4 or 5.
Anthony. Golly, I'm horrible with names right now.
My wife would know.
No, it's Anthony.
She's a big Chili Pepper fan. So is one of.
Well, I know Flea.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wanted to say like it was Sudeikis, but that's not it. It's Anthony.
No, that's an actor.
Yeah, but that's Jason Sudeikis. You're talking about. It's Anthony. I know his freaking name. He's from Michigan. Hey, of course, there's up in Michigan right now. He should know. Anthony Kiedis. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 90s.
That's 90s.
You want to do the super tough list?
Oh, you're going to do 80s, aren't you?
80s.
Ugh, that is tough.
Which obviously numero freaking uno would be Van Halen.
Over Journey?
Yes.
You're picking Van Halen over Journey?
Yes. Journey would be 2.
I'm shocked at you.
Because
I know how much you love O'Sherry Steve Perry.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Journey is great, which would have to put Guns N' Roses at 3, sadly.
Well, I'll say this much, and you'll agree with me, but there's people out there that love or hate the opposite of what I'm going to say. I love Journey, and I like Rush, but Journey is way better than Rush.
Yes.
And there's people out there, Casey,
that would argue
and say Rush is better than Journey.
That's just because they're hearing Tom Sawyer.
Me, Tom Sawyer, I.
Yeah, no.
Tom Sawyer.
So let's see 4.
Okay, well, hold on. Yours was Van Halen.
Uh-huh.
Then what? Journey?
Then Journey.
Okay.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
4. See, I don't want to do Warrant because Warrant's biggest and I feel like only most notable song was Cherry Pie. No. I'm wrong.
You know who I'm shocked you didn't say?
Ooh.
The Def
Leppard, yeah.
You forgot about Def Leppard, man.
No, I didn't forget about them. No. That's it right there. White Snake.
White Snake is good.
White Snake would be 4.
I see up the top of your list there.
Night Ranger will be on there. But Night Ranger.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come.
Be lower on the
If you haven't noticed, I definitely did not take up any kind of a singing career. And that was the point because I am horrible at singing. But I love to do it. I love to sing.
See, and I'm not going to put Bad Company on there, even though Bad Company had good songs.
Bad Company, I thought was more 70s.
I don't think so. I think Bad Company's was 80s. Yep.
You got a lot of my songs on your list.
And Spotify. Scorpions. Well, no. Scorpions really only had Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Damn it, Motley should have been higher.
The Crew?
Yeah. I'm going to put Motley in front of Guns N' Roses.
What?
Yeah.
You're saying, okay, hold on. You're saying that Motley Crue is better than Guns N' Roses.
I'm going to put them in tie. How about that?
Even still.
Yeah.
Motley is nowhere near as good as Guns N' Roses. To me.
I'm putting
That's just my opinion. My opinion.
I'm putting Motley in a tie. I'm on my way. Just set me free. You gotta love that song. Home, sweet home.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Motley Crue was bad. They had good songs. I'm just saying, in my opinion, Guns N' Roses is way better.
And then after that, I would put Quiet Riot.
See, you like the hairband shit.
Yeah. What up to do the sound? I'm not even gonna finish singing that because that was horrible. I'm cheating looking at a list, but I don't.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. I was looking at one earlier. Winger.
Winger.
Yeah.
Warrant was Cherry Pie. Okay. I was thinking of the right one. Ooh,
Skid Row. Yeah.
See, and I want to put.
Letters in the sand, I remember you.
I want to put Rat on there, but Rat is like.
They had like one hit.
Temple of the Dog. Yeah, they only had Round and Round.
That's like Scorpions.
Yeah, same thing.
Ooh, Heart.
Heart had numerous good songs.
Yeah, Heart was 70s too.
Yeah. So what am I at now? 6?
Yeah, I don't even know. I think you're at like 8 or 9.
And I've already said Whites. Okay, so going back from the beginning, I had Van Halen. 2 was shit.
What are we at right now? Is that an hour and a half? Hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Damn.
I had Van Halen. I had Journey.
Yeah. 3 was Motley Crue.
3 and 4 was Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses. So we'll put them in a tie. 5 was Whitesnake. 6 was Skid Row. 7.
Skid Row. You said it earlier. What about Extreme?
I don't know that I'd put Extreme at 7. I'll put it Extreme at 10. So I need 7, 8, and 9.
Oh.
You know what? I'll put Rush at 7.
Rush?
Yeah. I'll put Rush at 7. Thin Lizzy really only had one song. Same with Blue Oyster Cult.
The Def.
Def
Forget about
Leppard.
Def Leppard.
I'll put Def at 8. And I'll
You're putting Def that high.
Def that high.
One-armed drummer.
Yeah. And then I'll put, well, see, Night Ranger.
Night Ranger only had a couple of good songs.
One I completely forgot off that list, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
9 will be Bon Jovi. For me.
Bon Jovi. Okay.
And I feel like I hear his songs all the freaking time. That's why I've gotten tired of them. Because
Now, okay, are we talking about 80s anything or just 80s hair bands?
we're talking about 80s rock. Broad umbrella of rock.
The broad umbrella of rock.
Anything 80s that fits in rock. Obviously, you can't fit in, like, Michael Jackson.
Well, because Michael Jackson was pop.
Right.
Okay.
Because, again, that's a completely different list.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my 10. Obviously, it's going to be completely different.
No, not necessarily.
And I'm sure we're going to have people that come in and tell us, you know, we forgot this band or we forgot this band. I feel like that's sideways. I'm going to fix you, TikTok.
Yeah, and again, we may forget a whole bunch of bands.
And
We
we're
may
gonna-
forget a whole bunch of.
We'll go back and re-edit our list.
Well, yeah, that it's just it's a tentative list.
Tentative.
Tentative. So, I mean, it's just something we're thinking up on the fly here. We didn't have a whole bunch of time to sit here and think about it and write it down.
Which we should have.
Yeah, but, okay. 80s Van Halen, number 1. I will agree with Van Halen. Wholeheartedly, Van Halen. 2, Guns N' Roses. 3, Journey. 4, I don't know if they'd be classified as rock or pop, but I'm going to say Huey Lewis and the News.
I think they fit in rock.
So I'm going to say Huey Lewis and the News because I really like Huey Lewis and the News. 5.
I swear if you rickroll me.
Rickroll you.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh, Rick Astley? He should have ran for president. Because of all that. Oh, man. Okay. 5. 5 would probably be Extreme.
You're putting Extreme that high on the list?
Yeah, I really like Extreme. 6. Six would be the Leopard.
The Leprosy.
The Leprosy. You know what? Taking that back. 5 would be a Leopard. 6 would be Extreme. 7. 7.
You know Whitesnake's got to make your list.
Whitesnake's good. I don't know. 7 Aerosmith.
Yeah, but you put your...
Yeah, but Aerosmith started in the 60s and 70s, but a majority of their shit came out in the 80s.
Yeah. Okay, so you're... Okay. Yeah, I got you.
I'm kind of just steamrolling that into 2 deals. Rush is not on my top 10. I mean, I'm not saying I hate Rush. I like them, but they're not worth my top 10.
Rush was more of a just because of their influence kind of thing.
Hold on. I got a fact check here. So
Now I've got 18 in Life stuck in my head.
okay, no, never mind. They were in the 70s. I was gonna say Supertramp, but they're in the 70s.
Yeah, no, it was way earlier.
Ah, forgot about them. Sting and the Police. Forgot about the Police.
Yeah, I looked at the Police, you know, Roxanne and all that other stuff.
Roxanne.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put them on the rock list. Obviously, our lists are completely different.
Yeah. What was that? 7. Okay, 8. '80s.
It's a tough list.
It is a tough
This
list.
is why I saved rock. This list of rock last.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a hard list.
yeah, it's not easy.
I'm surprised you haven't gone. Are we classifying metal as rock, or is metal their own?
Metal's going to be its own category,
Okay.
and that's going to be a tough list. Top 5, not so much, but the rest, it's going to be not easy.
Yeah. That one we may need to do 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Bad Company. That was 80s. You were right. I thought it was 70s. So Bad Company.
But see, name, which I know they have other good songs, but name another good song that you know off the top of your head from Bad Company besides Bad Company. The song.
Feel Like Making Love.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that one. You're right.
AC/DC, even though they were kind of 70s and 80s.
I forgot about Foreigner.
Yeah, Foreigner. But hold on.
Yeah, we're obviously gonna have to go back and edit.
So Foreigner's on there, Billy Squires on there, Billy Joel. Billy Joel is not really rock. He's kind of
I don't consider Billy Joel rock.
yeah. Kansas.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. So that's pretty much my list. And then, Skid Row's kind of thrown in there. Yep. That's my list. Okay. So you want to go heavy metal?
Or do you want to save that for last?
What did you have in mind next?
Well, you said something about doing country, and then what was the other one?
Oh, yeah, country. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to a whole bunch of country, so my list is going to be very, very limited.
Mine would probably be mostly 90s stuff. 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure everyone that listens to country would probably say the first one would be George Strait.
Well, that's mine.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And yes, Dylan, George Strait is better than Garth Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're going to listen eventually.
But two
But
would be Garth.
George is the king. Garth sucks.
And we could probably knock this list out faster. We could probably just double up on this list here. Because you and I, as far as country goes, it's not our numero uno of preference. We don't mind country, and there are some country we like, but
Yeah.
metal and rock is the main preference.
So, okay. George number 1. Garth not number 2. Johnny Cash number 2. Number 3. Willie Nelson. Number 4, Merle Haggard. Number 5, Waylon Jennings. Number
Right.
6, Merle Haggard.
You already
I
said
that.
Merle.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Garth.
Yeah.
Number 7,
I'd put Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson.
Or Brooks and Dunn.
I was gonna say or Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
They're kind of
We'll do them 7.
6 and 7 or 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9.
Dolly.
No.
You wouldn't put Dolly in there?
Hell no.
Dolly was probably way earlier, actually.
Tim McGraw. Number 10.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Hey,
JDS wifey.
KDS wifey.
JDS. Close.
Whatever.
It was on TikTok, though. It's just for me. I like my mug.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Number 10.
Reba.
Hell
You don't like Reba?
no. 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 No.
Spitballing here.
No. Number 10. Jerry Jeff Walker. Okay. I did my list. That was the quickest list, even though I don't know much about country. It's a very, very, very limited list. I pretty much just named everybody I know that I've listened to one time, except George. I listened to George. He's the only one I will listen to. I can listen to for every day if I wanted to, because he's the king. But that's just my opinion.
Number 1, George.
Dylan, on the other hand, Dylan from Weatherford, is going to disagree and say that Garth Brooks is so awesome and way better than George Strait. Whatever.
You're going to get a revised list. He'll send you one, I'm sure. Number 1
What the fuck? Go ahead.
would be George. Number 2 would be Hank Williams Sr. 3 would be Johnny. What'd you say 4 was?
I don't even remember.
4, I'd say, was
Willie.
Willie.
No.
5.
Waylon was 4.
Willie was 3.
Willie
so
was
I'll
3.
move.
5 was Merle.
I'll move those 3 down. Keep them in line.
Okay.
Willie, Waylon. Yeah, and Merle. So what am I on now? 6. Jesus. 6. I had the name in my head, and as soon as I stopped to say something else, I lost it. 6 would be... Shit, I keep trying to remember who it was, and I keep forgetting. Oh, I had it. Oh, Jimmy Buffett.
Is Jimmy really country? I mean, yeah.
He falls into country more than
He
anything.
does, but it's very...
It's very marginally, yeah. I'd put him in there. 7,
Okay.
Brooks.
I'm
8.
shocked you're putting Brooks and Dunn that high. Or that low, rather. I figured he'd be higher on your list
Well, it's
based on what your sister was saying.
what when you look at the top of the list, you kind of don't have a choice.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
It's a heavy hitter top of the list.
Choctaw, my baby, she's a triple wow.
So what was that, 7 or 8?
That was 8.
9 would be Alan Jackson.
Okay.
10. I haven't said Garth, so I'll put Garth at 10.
Yeah, deservedly so. Chris Gaines. Garth.
Can't believe you.
Garth Brooks / Chris Gaines. I'm sorry. I just don't like Garth. I've never been a fan of Garth.
I wonder if he thought that was like actually going to work, kind of like Snoop Dogg went to Snoop Lion, or if it was just a marketing ploy kind of thing.
I have no idea, and I don't care, because I just don't really care for Garth. I put him on my list because he deserves to be on the list, but as far as the person that he is, I don't care for Garth.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Agreed.
Okay, now that shit's out of the way. Okay, heavy metal. Now, heavy metal can go from... We're going to go from 80s to present.
Okay.
Okay, because if I say 90s to present, that cuts out quite a few.
Cuts out some big ones.
Yes.
Hitters.
So I'm going to go from 80s to present.
You've essentially cut out the 4 horsemen if you go 90s. Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
Yeah. Even though they started in, well, technically they started in the 80s, who I know you're talking about. Technically they started in the 80s, but their first album as that band name wasn't until 1990.
Yeah.
But, okay. We both know who we're talking about.
Right.
So, to qualify as a heavy metal artist, you have to have at least one of the 3. Okay?
Okay.
Pretty much a screeching guitar riff, and by screeching meaning high-pitched wail of some kind.
So you're cutting out Ozzy and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
And a fast melodic sense.
Okay.
At least a double bass drum.
Cheeseburger.
In paradise, paradise. Speaking of Jimmy Buffett. A double bass drum.
Okay.
Or has to be either loudish screaming voice or satanic sounding voice. So therefore qualifies as metal.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm cheating. I'm going to look at a list of what I have. See where I want to put. Obviously, let's just get this out of the way first and foremost.
Number 1 is
For
Pantera.
both.
Okay.
we'll get that out of the way.
Numero dos is Tool for me.
But they don't fit your qualifications, though.
They have double bass.
But they don't have a high screeching riff.
I said one of the three. I didn't say all three.
Okay, one of the three. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll agree. 1 and 2. So
Okay.
far, we're in agreement.
Okay. 1 and 2. 1 Pantera, 2 Tool.
Okay.
3.
Here's where the list gets tricky.
Slipknot.
Really?
Yeah, Slipknot's up there.
That high?
Slipknot's up there.
Okay.
4 Rob Zombie.
Okay.
5 I'm going to withdraw and put Rob Zombie at 5. 4 Killswitch Engage. 5 Rob Zombie.
Okay.
6.
I'm questioning here because if you forget the band I think you're going to forget, I will roast you for it. And I scrolled past it so you can't look at it.
Okay, hold on. Backing up way back because I did forget them. I'll be honest with you, I did forget them, and I feel really bad because I've been a fan of them for a majority of my life, and I can't believe I forgot to name this band. Okay.
Hold on, I got to clarify. Cheeseburger, what we're doing is we're on our Twitch show right now. So we're doing metal bands.
And our podcast.
And our podcast. We're listing metal bands, top 10 metal bands that
we think.
prefer.
Yeah, okay. Now,
And rock and everything.
backing up, I'm going to start over because I can't believe I forgot this band.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 Pantera, 2 Tool.
Right.
3 Metallica.
There's another one you have.
Okay. 3 is Metallica.
Uh-huh. We're in agreement so far.
Okay. 4.
See, I scrolled past it. You can't see it. And I'm not going to give you hints. Thank you.
4.
I'll still answer questions. Anything y'all have.
You're going to make me feel like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if you forget this band, you will not live it down.
Man, I can't believe you're making me
Think.
think about it.
2 beers in and I'm using your brain.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about now. Avenged Sevenfold
Nope.
is up there.
It's up there, but that's not the band I'm thinking of.
Killswitch,
Mm-hmm.
Metallica, Lamb of God. I wasn't a huge fan of Lamb of God like you.
Still not the band I'm thinking of.
Rob Zombie, Slipknot. Okay, I'm continuing on
I'll let you
my top 10.
list and then
Okay, 1 Pantera, 2 Tool, 3 Metallica,
Uh-huh.
4 Killswitch,
Okay.
5 Slipknot,
Okay.
6 Rob Zombie, 7 Avenged Sevenfold,
Okay.
8.
You're getting to the danger zone, my friend.
I can't believe you're withholding this from me.
Oh, I wanna lord it over you.
8. Gojira's up there. I'm gonna put Gojira. No, I'll put Gojira at 10. Breaking Benjamin at 8. Number 9 is going to be
Nice. Good song.
who?
Cheeseburger said, I was jamming to Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson on my way home to work.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Marilyn Manson.
Beautiful People is my favorite Manson song.
Wasn't a fan of Marilyn Manson. He's too weird.
He's going to be on my list. He has to be.
Okay, before I say number 9, you're going to have to tell me who I'm obviously forgetting.
Damage Plan, motherfucker.
God. I did forget Damage Plan. Yeah, but they only had one album.
Doesn't matter. It was a good album.
Yeah, it was a good album, but
Numerous good songs on that album.
yeah, I get it, but they I know. Okay, nine's Damage Plan. Nine's Damage Plan. I'll give
You kept going down the list, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
getting close.
So starting back over: Pantera, Tool, Metallica, Killswitch, Slipknot, Zombie.
Mhm.
Zombie was 6. 7 was
Those are 2 more you forgot. Well,
Megadeth.
yeah.
Yeah, Megadeth's good, but
Motorhead.
never got into Motorhead.
Gah.
I know. 7 was Avenged Sevenfold. 8. I forgot about Disturbed too, but
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah, they're not up there. Stained, not up there.
Death Clock.
Death Clock, not up there.
Well, Metalocalypse, same thing. And Volbeat's not going to be on that list.
No. I mean, I like Volbeat, but they're no. Ooh, Godsmack. Oh, you had to show me that one.
The list.
God, you had to show me that one. Okay, all right.
Routing pool.
No. There was another one I just saw. Okay, hold on.
This is why I pulled up the list.
8 was, who was 8?
I think you looked at Seven Dust.
Yeah, I did. Seven Dust deserves to be in the top 10. They do.
This is
LeJean Witherspoon is one of the greatest singers in heavy metal. He really is. Okay. Seven Dust is taken the place of Breaking Benjamin. So Breaking Benjamin was number 8.
okay.
9 was Damage Plan. 10 was, I don't even remember who 10 was. Anyway, that's my list. Go ahead, your turn.
We're in agreement with 1 Pantera, 2 Tool. What was your third one? We should have
Metallica.
Metallica. I'd agree with Metallica at 3. 4 would be Lamb of God for me. 5 would be Megadeth.
Ooh.
6.
I didn't know you were that big of a Dave Mustaine fan.
I partake in kitchen karaoke, not really. Cheeseburger said I'm the greatest singer of all time when my roomie and I partake in kitchen karaoke.
Kitchen karaoke.
Oh, we'll start singing some songs on here, trust me. We've been singing. As soon as we name a song, we start singing it. 6.
I definitely can't sing heavy metal. Continue.
6 would be Disturbed.
Okay.
7. Rob Zombie. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. 8 would be Manson. I know you don't like Manson.
I don't. I just don't like. He's too fucking weird.
I know he's weird, but his songs are good. 9 would be Damage Plan.
Damage Plan. I forgot about Damage Plan. They were number 9. Or 8. I don't fucking remember.
10 would be...
You know, you still forgot Avenged Sevenfold in your list.
No, I put Sevenfold at 6.
Sevenfold at 7? You should.
7 at 7.
7.
10 would be...
Forgot Killswitch.
I'll put Killswitch at 10. Just because they're newer.
My Curse.
Yeah.
Holy Diver!
Which originally was sang by who?
Dio.
There you go. Ronnie James Dio.
No way. You don't know Dio? Sure. I know all the guys from Sabbath. That's another movie we forgot about.
Tenacious D and the Pick of Day.
The Pick of Destiny.
Yep. Hand me the BOD. Huh?
Draws like a pencil.
The Bong of Destiny. Dakota, hush. God. I'm going to have to edit some shit out of this podcast because of the dog.
Draws like a pencil.
God, that was such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
The freaking Sasquatch ride on shrooms. when he's riding Sasquatch in the river, and it's just, or he's flying on Sasquatch, and it's just him in the river. I'm riding a log. Oh, good. Obviously, we're Jack Black fans.
To an extent.
Most of his movies. It's kind of like Adam Sandler. Some are hit or miss.
He is going to kick your fucking ass. And you know his name is Kyle Gass. Rocking and fucking rolling and fucking rocking and fucking rolling.
People on podcast are getting a free show.
They are. He is going to kick your fucking ass.
Well, we've been almost
His
going
name is Kyle Gass.
2 hours. Do you want to take a break?
It's up to you.
I'm Gucci.
Gucci Mane.
Yes, I just said I'm Gucci.
Gucci Mane.
Hen's back.
Who?
Oh, her name is Hen, and then her username is Hamburger Gone Queso.
Uh-huh.
So I call her Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
They're friends in here.
Work friends.
Well,
Sort of.
TikTok, same profession friends. Yes.
Yeah. Man, that was tough.
Yeah. And that was just rock, metal, and country. Didn't you say a third genre?
What, rap?
No, I thought you said something else. Or we might have just, good Lord. Well, we fit the name.
Yeah, that was a fart, not shit.
How went the list? It's good. It's good.
What was the other?
I don't know. I thought you said a third one other than metal, rock, and...
No, we did classic rock. We did 90s rock. And then we did 80s. And then heavy metal.
Yeah. The important ones.
The important ones. The important ones. Not a big fan of hip hop. Rap, on the other hand, like 90s rap, Bone, Notorious, Tupac,
NWA.
Public Enemy.
You got to put NWA on the list.
Yeah. Just because Ice Cube.
Yeah.
And
Today was a good day.
and
Didn't even have to use the AK. Today was a good day.
then, of course,
street in my 6'4".
Good Lord. I keep wanting to say Chuck D, but that's Public Enemy. What the hell is his name that was in NWA with Ice Cube?
Eazy-E.
Eazy-E, thank you.
Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm. No, Dre was on his own.
Dre started in NWA, I'm 99% sure.
Wikipedia.
Yep. Either that or somebody on TikTok will tell me if I'm correct or not.
Either way.
Pull it up.
That's rap. This new crap they're coming out with is not rap.
Yeah, I hate that style.
90s rap is the one and only rap.
You forgot about, I like it when you call me Big Pop.
No, I didn't. That was Notorious. I said Notorious.
Oh. I thought that was Juicy.
That was Biggie.
Biggie, yeah.
Notorious.
Biggie can't.
Notorious. Biggie. Biggie Smalls.
Hen said, yeah, she doesn't know a whole lot about NWA either. That's why we're doing Wikipedia.
Bone is number one when it comes to rap. Number two is Tupac. A lot of people are going to disagree with Tupac, but I don't care. It's my list. 3 is probably Dre. 4,
Don't forget about the White Rabbit.
Eminem?
You got to put Eminem on that list.
Eminem didn't come out. Well, yeah, he came out in 99.
Still count.
I don't like Eminem.
I know you don't.
Screw Eminem.
Yeah, see? Even Hen said Eminem.
Um. See, my list is very limited. I don't really listen to a whole bunch of rap. Dre, Snoop, Ice Cube,
P Diddy.
Puff Daddy. Not a fan of Puff Daddy or Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Notorious, already said him. Excuse me.
Sean.
Biggie.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Sean Puffy Combs.
Sean Puffy Combs. God, this is not working. Why is my internet?
Here, I got it.
I'm going.
I got it right. Chaw, man.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure I'm 99% certain that
Ice Cube and Eazy-E were in NWA, but I don't remember the rest of the band members. I know Dre had a lot to do with NWA, but I don't remember him being a founding band member or group member. I could be wrong. Oh, no. I think you are right. I think you are right, because the more I think about the movie Straight Outta Compton. Because I did watch that movie, and I thought it was actually a decent movie.
Yeah.
Dre was in that band.
Dre was the one in the blue LA
Is there
Dodger.
a frog in here?
Oh, we're gonna pull it up. Yeah, even Hen said Dre is schmeh.
Shmeh. NWA.
Dope man. If it'll pull it up.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah. No sleep till Brooklyn. No sleep till.
Fight for Your Right to Party. Girls.
I don't know if that counts as
Sabotage.
rap.
Wikipedia. It'll tell you.
If it loads.
Yeah. No.
It's having to load both the stream and this at the same time.
Oh, well, I don't have internet. I forgot.
I thought I hooked you up.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, wait. No, I do have internet.
I was about to say.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Hen said, low-key will always be cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes.
I went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there going shooting some hoop.
This is right.
Yep, you're right. Arabian Prince, DJ Yella, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, and MC Ren. You were correct. I stand corrected. All right, Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys are considered hip-hop, rap rock, alternative hip-hop, alternative rock, jazz funk, and hardcore punk.
Jazz funk.
So, take it how you want. They were also known as the Young Aborigines before they were the Beastie Boys.
The Aborigines?
The Young Aborigines. Do you need to... No, you need to hurry up.
I will say let's take a break, Twitch-wise.
Okay.
Bathroom runs and all that since we've been drinking.
Well, then Twitch will be right back.
Twitch, we will be right back.
Willkommen. Back to the show. I don't know how to say.
Welcome. Come on in. A wed woes. How romantic.
A wed woes. How romantic. That's another great movie.
That's a great movie. You go into Mel Brooks and you've just got so many freaking good movies. Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Ludicrous.
History of the World Part 1.
Yeah.
High Anxiety. I don't think you ever saw High Anxiety.
Was that the one where he was a broker in the city? I believe. And he was homeless there for a little bit.
No.
What movie am I thinking of?
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw that one.
It's
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Young
What
Frankenstein.
knockers?
Why, thank you, Doctor. Oh, anyways, welcome back. We appreciate you joining us if you're here for this next segment. Before we get to our next segment, I want to talk to you. Go ahead.
We forgot about one.
What?
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Life
yeah.
Stinks is the movie I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, I never saw that.
Anyway, continue.
Back to what I was saying. Before we continue our next segment, I want to talk to y'all about Armadillo Prince.
You're only plugging her because she's in the kitchen.
No. I was honestly thinking about doing that anyway. Even if she was or wasn't here, I don't care. Anyways, Armadillo Prince, your one-stop shop for all your custom t-shirt printing needs. They do screen printing. They do...
It's warm.
Huh?
The beer is a little...
Oh.
Yep.
They do screen printing. They do vinyl transfers, custom shirts, custom hats, custom koozies, decals. I think decals. Don't they do decals?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just did a sticker the other
She
day.
does decals. She does pretty much everything that's custom that is kind of apparel when it comes to printing on t-shirts and any kind of vinyl transfer or printing. Anyways, Armadillo Prince, you want to check them out, armadilloprince.com.
Yes.
And they're also on Facebook. Armadillo Prince on Facebook. As you can see, he can't do the catwalk, but Blackbeard here is wearing an Armadillo Prince t-shirt. Call Armadillo Prince. You can see their phone number on their Facebook and on their website.
You can Google them. They
Or you can Google them.
They pop up.
Armadillo Prince, again, one-stop shop. They got everything you need. Custom t-shirt printing, awesome shop, badass shop, whatever you want. No job is too big or small. She can custom print you one t-shirt or several thousand t-shirts. But, yeah. Get in touch with Savannah
Yes.
at Armadillo Prince, and she'll hook you up with some awesome t-shirts. And you're playing with your man boobs. You need a bro. And by bro, I don't mean like friend bro. I mean like a man bra.
Yeah, I know.
The bro. Or a man's ear. One of the two.
Man's ear. That sounds classy.
The man's ear.
Keep it classy,
I'm
Sandia.
stealing that one from this guy right here. Credits to Kramer from Seinfeld. He calls it the bro. And then
Bro.
Jerry Stiller, who played George Costanza's father, called it the man's ear. Anyways,
Man's ear.
back to what I was saying. Armadillo Prince, armadilloprince.com. Visit them on Facebook, Armadillo Prince. Just like how it sounds, just like how it's spelled, Armadillo. Armadillo.
Yeah,
Prince.
look at the shirt just to
Look at the shirts. Just like an armadillo. The, what do they call them? Marsupials? I think it's a marsupial.
Texas speed bump.
Texas speed bump.
Yep.
Anyways, back to our show. So you like the Corona premiere?
Oh, yeah. Just because the high alcohol.
Alcohol? Alcohol? I'm glad we're at your house. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Corona. You know me, I'm a dose guy.
It's along the same lines to me. It really is.
Dose is so much better.
It is, but I can go either one. Lime, salt, good to go.
Yeah, but you're not drinking that one with lime or salt.
I don't have a lime. I have salt. I just don't have lime.
That's when you get the lime flavored salt,
I think we have that in there. I just didn't grab it.
i.e. beer salt.
Just didn't grab it. But yeah.
And of course, I'm drinking the champagne beers. The High Life.
Miller Lite.
It's the champagne, man.
That's why it looks like a champagne bottle.
Does it?
Kind of.
I never really even noticed it. It looks
what
just like a regular bottle to me, but it's one of those bottles that it's its own like shape.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no other bottle that I know of that has that exact same shape.
Well, the old Dr. Peppers and the old Cokes did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Old Dr. Peppers did.
Well then, learned something new today.
Well, Coke was their own style. Dr. Pepper, yeah, for sure. I'd probably say the sugar cane ones.
Oh, the Dublin Dr. Peppers?
Yeah.
They don't even make those anymore.
Yeah.
You know they had to shut down their factory?
Why?
Because supposedly Dr. Pepper said that they were copyright infringing their recipe or something, even though they were using pure cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup.
I thought it was under the same umbrella as Dr.
No, it was a separate entity.
Oh.
So they shut down.
Which one came first, though? Obviously.
The regular, the original Dr. Pepper. Dublin Dr. Pepper came later.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can't find Dublin Dr. Pepper anymore.
That's a shame.
Which is made, for those of you who don't know, it is made in Dublin, Texas. Was made in Dublin, Texas. Hence why they called it Dublin Dr. Pepper.
They should have handled that differently. They should have just bought it and let them continue to make it.
Yeah, but
they made it.
then they would have been going against their core values of tradition
Oh. Yeah,
and not making original Dr. Pepper.
yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, quite frankly, the pure cane sugar Dr. Pepper, it's good. It's a different taste.
Well, it's the same thing with.
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same recipe. It's just, again, they use pure cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. So it's going to have a little bit different taste.
Well,
Sweetness of it.
where I was going was it's kind of the same lines as Coke and Mexican Coke.
Yes.
Yeah. That stuff's good.
I've never had it, but I heard it is different.
It's different. We get it whenever we go to Taqueria Z.
Ah.
And it's good. You get that with some elote and some barbacoa. Hits the spot. Love it. Elote.
Elote. Right, Savannah? Elote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Savannah, I think she should come say hi.
Savannah, come say hi.
Savannah, come hither.
You're gonna blast my wife on the show. She's not gonna know what to do.
Well, I mean, why not?
Because I asked her, I was like, well,
Face to the name.
I was like, what are you doing whenever you get home? She's like, I'm cooking. I haven't eaten anything today. And I was like, makes sense. I haven't eaten anything either. Drinking on an empty stomach. She may still be busy.
Oh well. She'll come when she comes.
She'll
Then
get
again,
here
that's
eventually.
That's your job.
Hey-o. Zinger.
Hey.
Hey-o.
If you notice over Blackbeard's left shoulder here, we've got a nice. I'm gonna get in his camera for a second. Got a nice setup here.
I've had a lot of people ask about those.
About your Funkos?
Yeah. They're like, what are the Funkos you have behind you? And I always list them off.
Yeah, you've got some pretty badass Funkos. I'm not a Funko fan, but they are pretty cool.
We need to get some new ones. I need to get some more. The comics down there are just kind of there just cuz. But I want to put...
I don't even think anybody can see the comics.
Yeah, you can see them. They're...
Yeah, well...
Ish.
The most proud thing that I can see is my Super Nintendo, original Super Nintendo. You know what? I'm going to look at the back of this. I wonder if it still has the manufacturer date on it.
It's okay, there was nothing in it.
Here, Cade.
Just the Cade box.
Cade 6.
If it's not rubbed off by now.
Oh, no. It's still there. They're all still there. None of them are rubbed off. It's all very legible. You can read it. Yep, sure enough. 1991. Nintendo.
91.
91. It's so old that the color of it has faded into kind of this brownish...
Egg white. Not even egg white.
Look, that was the original color. You can see. Hold on. So that was the original color right there. It has faded over the years into this kind of brownish whatever. But if you look at the labels, Labels are still legible. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of faded. Anyways, it says 1991. It's the original Super Nintendo that I got when I was 7 years old.
You know, and I was actually looking when I was looking for capture cards for the PlayStation and all that stuff. They have capture stuff for that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
We could sit here and play like baseball and Tecmo Bowl and all that other stuff. And I bet you the games are super cheap. And I bet you could get them at FX.
And of course, the best game, in my opinion, on Super Nintendo here. There we go. There we go. It's
Blurry.
because, I'm holding it too close. But that's Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball. And I wish that was his real signature because this would be worth some super dough. But
Super Nintendo Super Dough.
super dough for Super Nintendo games. 1992 was when this game came out.
A year after the console.
Yes. Anyways, that's my pride and joy right there. And yes, it still works.
One of the pioneers of the gaming console.
It still works. And I've still got the RCA cables for it. But I have no TV that takes RCA cables anymore.
This one does.
That one does?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that one has RCA on it over there, I believe, too. And so does that TV in there that I have.
You know what? We're going to have to play it.
I'm telling you, you need to go on Amazon and look at the capture cards. They have RGB capture cards for it. We can load it up here on the stream and sit here and play it. That's
Because I've got 2 controllers.
fucking load it up.
I've got 2 controllers and I've got 7 games?
I know you got Star Fox.
I do.
Yeah.
And Pilot Wings and NHL hockey and Nolan Ryan's baseball, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, and Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how that game would be.
It's not easy. I remember playing it and it was hard as hell.
But yeah, I've actually got another TV that I can try to set up.
That's an idea.
And that way we can both sit here and play. I keep hitting the table. I need to put this thing down because I'm just going to keep whacking shit.
You're fidgeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to try that out. I wonder how much are the... Here we go. I'm going to look it up.
Well, like I said, and like I told you, I got my capture card, thank you, Amazon, for $10. And it was one of the best $10 I've ever spent. It works perfect. And they got those Elgato 60 FPS capture cards that are like $180. And I was like, no. So.
Look at that. Would you just look at it?
I told you.
$12
For the RGB capture?
RGB capture.
There you go.
Yep.
I wonder if you need to get a splitter, though, if there's a delay like there is HDMI-wise. I'm surely not. RGB, there might not be that much a lag.
Video capture card digitizes video from any analog source, including VCR, VHS, and DVD.
Right, but...
To a USB 2.0, though.
These will run it.
Well, I know. Do you think they might have one for USB 3.0?
They might. Might cost you a little more.
Holy shit. Good lord.
How much?
An HDMI to USB 3.0 is $110. It's expensive.
Like I said, I got one of those just little stick things that does HDMI to USB,
Yeah.
and it was $10.
Here's one for 40. Either way, that would be cool.
I just hope we don't...
Compatible with Wii, Wii U, PS1, PS2, PS3, STB. What's STB?
Steam box, maybe?
No idea. Xbox, VHS, VCR, Blu-ray, DVD, HDMI, DVD, or HD DVD. You want to talk about something that is a disappointment.
HD DVD. 4K Ultra HD DVD.
HD DVDs, they did away with them because Blu-ray pretty much
Wiped
wiped them out.
Well, they were called UHDs, yeah.
Were they? I thought they were called HD DVDs.
No, they were UHDs.
No.
Ultra HD DVD.
Yeah. Either way.
They came in like the
Excuse me.
they came in like the purple or pink box or whatever, like a purplish red.
Here's one. Look at this. Well, I can't show you. They have a 4K HDMI video capture card for a USB 3.0 that captures 1080p at 60.
That's the Elgato, isn't it?
No, this one's a Vixum.
Oh. How much?
$50.
Look at the Elgatos.
I don't even see an Elgato. Elgato. Which is what? Means the cat. I don't know much Spanish, but I know Elgato means cat.
I'm pretty sure it's Elgato. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. I may be saying it fucking wrong.
Either way.
We'll find out. Yeah, Elgato. Right here. HD 60S stream and record. Look how much that sucker is.
Oh, I see it. That's funny. I just brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
$175.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which long run I may end up getting, but
Well, it's high def 60 frames per second
yeah.
at 1080p. It's a moot point if you don't have good bandwidth.
No, it doesn't run off bandwidth. It doesn't. You're thinking it goes internet and then it captures it off internet.
Right, it captures it off of the console, but then it streams it to the internet.
Right.
60 frames per second.
Right.
Doesn't that take bandwidth to
It
load it?
captures- It can capture at 60 frames, but
What,
if
and then it pushes it out at a lower frame
you
rate?
can push it, so like the way I have this set up is a lower frame rate. So you can capture it as fast as you want, but you can output it at a lower speed. It just makes your capture footage look better, so that way you don't have any skips
Gotcha.
on your streaming thing.
Pakcha.
Yeah.
Well, that is a pretty sweet deal. And it is a bestseller. Good Lord, there's over 8,000 reviews on it, and it's
On the Elgato?
4.5 stars. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I do the PC build, I may go ahead and add that in as well, just to get one.
Yeah.
Because I do plan on getting, like we talked about earlier, the PS5, and then whatnot.
You know, I saved a video of this guy that made. Hell, here, I might even have it on my phone. Of this guy that was like, "Hey, do you want to build a computer for less than $1,000? You need to buy all of this stuff," and it was like pretty legit stuff.
The main thing you need to focus on, there's a few main things, is obviously your graphics card and your CPU. Your motherboard, yes, since it all ties into that, you want to have a pretty good motherboard. But those are the three things, the most expensive things you're going to have.
Well, no, this guy's doing it. Hold on. This guy, I got this video. Best $600 gaming PC parts list. A Ryzen 3100 or Ryzen 1600 AF processor.
Ryzen, what number? 5, 3?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It just says Ryzen 3100 or Ryzen 1600 AF.
That seems pretty old, but okay.
A B450
Tomahawk.
motherboard.
Yep. Pretty standard now.
16 gig DDR4 RAM.
Yeah.
XFX Radeon 5500 XT 8 gig video graphics card.
Wow, he went AMD on the graphics card too. Okay.
Yeah, 500 gig solid state hard drive. Whoa. You're going too fast here, buddy.
500 gig solid state. Do you know the reason why they're doing solid states instead of internal hard drives now? They're doing away with internal hard drives.
Easier to remove.
No, not that. They're faster load up times.
Oh,
So-
cache rates faster?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And it loads your computer. It basically, I watched a side-by-side comparison of SSD versus HDD,
Uh-huh.
and SSD was within already booting up and already in the Windows screen, like the home screen,
Uh-huh.
within, I want to say, 10 seconds.
hard drive was still at 30 and it was still booting up.
So they're not doing SATAs anymore. They're doing solid states.
Well, you can do SSD SATA.
Yeah.
You can do both SATA still. It's just, I think they're doing PCIe, where it's straight on the motherboard.
Whoa. Yeah, this guy. Son of a. How do I rewind this sumbitch? Well, now I gotta start all over again. It was a video. It was a TikTok video I had saved on my phone.
Oh yeah,
So-
I've been saving a bunch of PC builds on my TikToks.
Yeah, this guy supposedly spent $600
You want to know the
on
cost?
all these parts. Hold on. Brand new parts. I'm going back to what he said. Yeah, he says a budget B450 motherboard.
Yeah. MSI. Does it say the brand?
It doesn't say, but it's an AMD motherboard.
Yeah, it's an AM4 socket. You got to have an AM4 socket for an AMD Ryzen chip because of the pins.
See, 550 XT, 8 gig Radeon AMD. Is that a video graphics card? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be if it's Radeon.
Yeah, it's a Radeon graphics card.
Uh,
I see. I'd go Nvidia. Nvidia's top of the line.
well, yeah, but you're going to be paying for it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, 500 gig solid state drive, 500 watt, 80 bronze PSU. Good lord. 550 watt power supply.
I'm looking at a 700. 550 is kind of low now.
And then a micro ATX case with fans.
Yeah, he's going short stack tower.
Yeah.
He's going about here. The tower I'm looking at is about like this.
Yeah, but
Airflow.
if it fits everything, well, I understand airflow, but if you've got enough ventilation on the box, you don't really need a huge box.
You want to tell you my cost that I'm looking at right now?
Huh?
I said, you want me to tell you the cost I'm looking at right now?
Probably $1,000. 2,000?
A little lower.
1,500.
A little higher. Just a smidge. 16. And I can tell you everything that I'm putting in it too.
Yeah, but he did it for almost a third of the price,
Right.
and it's probably just
But what I'm
as good. But
I'm building though will be something that in a couple years I won't have to replace parts. I'm building something that longevity wise will be good for the next 5-6 years.
most computers nowadays, you don't have to replace parts. It's just
No.
the software updates.
Right. But
And you have to make sure that your motherboard and processor can handle the speeds of the new process or the new operating system.
well, you can overclock. They don't suggest you overclock, but you can overclock the kernel just a hair and be fine and not worry about danger zone. Because what I'm looking at,
You put that away.
I haven't decided between a 450 or a 550 Tomahawk gaming motherboard.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, which is up there. I'm looking at an NVIDIA 2070 Super, which is up there. And I'm going overkill on the RAM because I don't want any slowness from this PC at all. I'm going 32 gig of RAM.
Huh.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure the motherboard can handle that capacity.
It's 2 sticks. It's only 2 sticks, 16 apiece, I think.
Right, but you got to make sure that the motherboard can handle the size. is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
the 450s and 550s should. I went through PC Part Builder and checked it to make sure everything was compatible, and it said it didn't throw any errors.
You know, from what I've been hearing, and I could be wrong, and I'm just could be throwing this out there based on pure ignorance, that CPUs don't use heat sinks anymore.
I'm using it. Well, yeah, they still do. Are you talking about the big giant fan that has the split cores that you paste on top of the CPU?
Yeah.
Yes. You can do one of two, which is I'm doing two. One is the heat sink with the fan.
Right, which is they've been doing that for years.
I'm going water cool. I'm getting a radiator. And then I'm attaching that to the fans. So that's what I'm doing.
So how does that not short out the CPU?
You talking about water wise?
Yeah.
So what it is it's a radiator, I
Right.
mean, everybody knows what a radiator looks like. I'm
Right.
blocking myself on camera here. But it has 2 lines that goes to like a block that you paste on the
Oh,
CPU.
and it cools the block.
And it sends that water to the block that cools the CPU and then sends it back out. And when it's hot,
So instead of
sends it-
air cooled, it's liquid cooled,
or liquid cooled.
essentially.
Yeah. Now,
Which is better in a sense that you don't have to clean it as often.
right.
However,
You do have to change out the water
you do have to change out the water.
sometimes, yeah. Eventually. Now, I've seen some that are even more extensive than that. The whole thing is water cooled.
Yeah.
I mean, talking
Video
everything.
graphics, CPU,
Yeah. You know,
power supply.
I've got one guy that I kind of watch on TikTok that he has a tower he calls Big Blue. He's got clear tubing with blue liquid that runs through, and it looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
But it is a pain in the ass to drain all that liquid and put new liquid in it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. But that's his PC, I want to say, is at least a $5,000-$6,000 PC. At the very least.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I like old school, and if it was me building a computer, I wouldn't make it liquid cooled because of the fact that, number one, I'd be afraid of, shorting something out.
Right.
Number two, I wouldn't remember to change the water. I'd forget,
Yeah. That's why the only thing I'm going water cooled is the CPU. Is because I want the CPU to stay cool.
Yeah.
I'm not so worried about the graphics card and all that because I am going to go a little bit above and beyond and get some extra fans. Like I plan to have front, back, top, all fans. Because I want that bitch to run as cool as possible.
Well, and if you have enough fans blowing inside the unit itself,
Yeah.
do you really need water? I mean, if you have enough, I think 3 sets of fans would be sufficient, or 3 fans just period would be sufficient.
Well, I'm going to have the water cool. You can either get a single fan, dual fan, or trip fan water cool. I think I'm only going single fan water cool. I think that the case that I have only allows the single fan.
But it's a bigger fan.
It's a 92 or a 120 millimeter, so it's about that big, and it's got a little
About the size of
radiator.
a softball.
Yeah, a little radiator behind it, and then that's what's going to run it.
Right.
I've seen some that are trip fan radiators that run to the front of the case, and it's the whole front is a radiator. So, I don't think I'll go that route because I think the case I'm picking is an NZXT, which is going to have trip fan front, single fan top, and a back single fan.
To show you how old I am, and you already know how old I am, but to show you how old school I am, when I used to work as a computer tech in college, SD RAM was still a thing.
Yeah,
And DDR2 was like
top of the line.
State of the art.
Yeah,
Now we're up to DDR4.
I think there's even more. I think it's DDR4X.
Yeah, and SD RAM is a thing of the past.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, there's PC builds now that don't even have internal HDDs. They're just all going solid states.
Right. Yeah.
And what
500 gigs back when I was doing that was like unheard of.
Yeah, what I'm looking at is a Samsung 1 terabyte solid state drive.
Yeah.
PCIe Express that I'm just popping right on the motherboard.
We used to have was it IEEE communication.
Yeah, I know what you're
forget what
talking
they're
about.
called.
Yeah.
That was before. I mean, when I was working on them, SATA was just coming out.
Mm-hmm. And SATA's old school now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IEEE was the way of
The future.
no. It was being used for years,
Yeah.
decades, and then SATA came out, and they were like, oh, SATA, that's a new thing. It's twice the speed, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming obsolete.
Yeah. The main thing is the graphics card. Obviously, your graphics card has to be the thing that's the top of the line in order to run these recent games. Yes, your CPU matters, but it does not matter as much as your graphics card. But I'm still
And RAM.
Yeah, I'm still splurging for all 3: the RAM, the CPU and the GPU.
I mean, CPU does play a role. It's not a major role.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously don't want. I don't even think they make them anymore, but you obviously don't want like a 1.5 gigahertz processor.
A Pentium 1 or Pentium 4. Yeah.
4.
Pentiums are
Pentiums.
trash buckets now. But
Yeah,
obviously,
it's all AMD and iCore and all that stuff now.
AMD is, if you ask any gamer what they have, 9 times out of 10 they'll probably tell you AMD.
Well, yeah, AMD's up and coming. Or
Yeah.
has been up and coming. I think they've surpassed Intel.
Yeah, there was a time in Stretch where Dell was even using AMD. I had a Dell HP Dell laptop that had AMD CPU in it.
Yeah.
Because they understood that even with their Intel chips, AMD was still getting up there.
Well, and again, these are all just opinions. We're not stating facts, but
We're not sponsored by.
I mean, my laptop right here, you already know it's an i3 Intel.
Yeah, what I'm running on is an i5.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Intel. I just think AMD's better.
I do
But
too.
that's my opinion.
I do too, wholeheartedly. And obviously, the reason I'm building it the way I'm building it is because you've seen how this computer handles just the stream. I'm trying to game at the same time as the stream,
Yeah.
which is still a reason why I want to get a 5. And, I'll stream off of the PlayStation 4 and the 5 to the PC, but I'm still going to get PC games. Mainly another reason why I'm buying or building one is because, like I've said before, Microsoft bought Bethesda. So now they've got those games as exclusives. Like which one you don't play is Fallout, but Fallout's going
Never got into
exclusive.
Fallout.
Elder Scrolls will probably go exclusive for Microsoft. I still want to play that.
Elder Scrolls is awesome.
Yeah, and there's a couple other ones that I can't name off the top of my head, but Microsoft has looked at Sony and, seen all their exclusives and went, shit, we need something besides Halo, and went and bought Bethesda. Who knows, they may come out with another Half-Life after all these years.
I thought Bungie had Halo.
Bungie did have Halo. I don't know if they got it back. Halo was good when Bungie had it. I think they strayed away from Bungie, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look. I'll look into
We know
it.
Destiny's through Bungie
Yeah, and Destiny was good for a little while,
for a little while.
and then it tanked.
Yeah.
To me. May not have tanked to anybody else, but to me it tanked. You looking it up? But if I have to go from 32 to 16 gig of RAM, I'm not going to sweat it that much if the motherboard can't handle 32.
Bungie is its own. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah! Microsoft used to own Bungie up until 2007.
Mm-hmm. But Bungie's now its own development.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason why Destiny was
Oh, I didn't know this.
no bueno was because of Activision. They partnered with Activision there for a little bit.
And I had no idea about this. According to Wikipedia, Bungie signed a publishing deal with Activision in 2010.
That's why Destiny. All the problems that people thought that Destiny had was because of the contract with Activision.
Yeah.
Activision was the one that pushed the Eververse and shit like that, the pay for shit. That was all Activision.
Well, according to this, I don't even think Bungie's in business anymore. Oh no, they are.
Yeah.
There's a new game to be announced of its release called Matter. No idea. Destiny 2 was the last game that Bungie ever created. And Destiny 2 was, I'm not going to say it was awesome, but it wasn't bad.
If I'm thinking of the game I'm thinking of that was made by them, I'm going to check before I say something here. But it was a horrible game that was made by them. Okay. This is a different company. But obviously, when Bungie came out with Destiny, it was a big hit. BioWare made Anthem. You remember that game?
I do, but I never played it.
Yeah. Horrible game.
Really?
Yeah. Anthem. It was supposed to be a rival to Destiny. Nowhere close. With that said, it's about as close to Iron Man as you're going to get. And flying and the mechanics of it are super solid and great. But gameplay-wise, it's complete trash. Complete trash.
Never played it.
It was so bad that everybody that bought it wanted a refund. Matt and I included.
Never played it.
Yeah. Don't. And
I remember it, but I never played it.
and they're redoing the whole game and re-releasing it. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Loot tables were horrible. And I could go on and on and on about Anthem.
Well, ooh, man. They still, okay. Off topic here. The Hurricane Delta.
Mm-hmm.
It's like making a beeline for Texas, but they still think it's going to hit Louisiana. They're still predicting that it's just going to turn.
At the last second.
Yeah.
Hit the warm water and pivot.
Yeah. And they're predicting it's going to hit the exact same place that Hurricane Laura did, or maybe Sally. Was it Sally? Laura. One of the two. One of those two. Several hurricanes we had this year. Anyways, regardless of wherever it hits, my prayers and thoughts and prayers are with whatever families get affected by it, and I hope you stay safe and take all the necessary precautions to evacuate. I mean, no property is worth your life, so don't stay behind with your house and your belongings. Pack up what you think is vital that you can't live without and get the hell out of there. You don't want to get caught up in a storm surge and, risk getting hurt or even worse, not be around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that being said, if you're listening and
Anybody down south.
yeah, and you live in that area, just don't be stupid. Just get the hell out of there. If you have insurance, cool. If not, I mean, it's gonna be tough. But again, no property is worth your life. Just it can be replaced. Your life can't. So get the hell out of there. It's Category 3 hurricane as of right now. Max sustained winds 120 miles per hour.
We're coming up on 3 hours.
Coming up on 3 hours?
Yeah.
Damn. Have you looked at that Airbnb yet?
I have not. I haven't
Oh man, here, hold on.
told anything about it. Other than you telling me today that we have it.
Y'all's share is going to be about like $100 to $120
A piece or together?
together.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 3 something for the Airbnb.
That's not bad. Was it a diamond in the rough like ours?
It's actually a really nice fucking Airbnb. Here, I'll show you. Here. Yeah, it's really nice Airbnb. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. I think every room has a queen size bed.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that is a nice house.
Yeah, nicer than I hate to say it, but it was definitely nicer than. Well, okay.
I don't know. It's
as
nice.
far as what's in the house, yes, it's better. But what amenities it has, no, it's not better.
I think overall, still the other house is better.
Oh my god!
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna beat that house.
For the price, no.
Yeah.
What was it? $300 for the weekend, the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It wasn't one night. That's for one night. What we're going to be paying for that Airbnb.
Yeah. The whole week.
One night, but for the whole weekend, yeah.
I think we ended up paying what, $40-$50 per person.
Yeah, I think it was like 70 because a couple of people backed out at the last minute.
Oh, yeah.
But
We had a pool and a deck and outside
Yeah.
TV and outside sound system and huge ass TV in the living room.
Yeah, and it was a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
We were right around where all the bars were and restaurants, and yeah, no, it was agreed. It was a diamond in the rough.
Last minute find.
What did we find out, like a week beforehand?
A week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, week before the bachelor party.
Yeah, that won't ever happen again.
No.
Especially now, because I talked to that guy. I told you I talked to that guy, right? And
Yeah,
he's
you
like
said he-
renting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
good.
yeah.
Ran on that.
I was like, come on, man. I want to rent that place out, or for a weekend again. He's like, no, man, I rented it out. I'm not doing the Airbnb thing anymore. That house. I was like, man,
He could have made a killing.
he could have.
Yeah.
The Bears beat the Buccaneers. What?
Oh yeah, I forgot that game was tonight.
Yeah, they beat them 20-19. The Bears.
Their defense hasn't been too spectacular.
Did you know Jimmy Graham plays for the Bears now?
I did not.
Me neither.
Hmm.
No idea. And I'm sorry if I keep sniffing. One of my
No, I do the
nostrils
same
is
thing.
completely stopped up.
I think it's allergies for both of us.
The Dodgers are beating the Padres 8-3. And it looks like the Dodgers will be moving into the NLCS yet again.
No surprise.
That team's cursed, man.
What?
The Dodgers. They've been to the World Series like 2 or 3 times in the last 5 or 6 years, and they haven't won a World Series yet.
Yeah. Well, don't they still have Jock Peterson on there? I believe.
I have no idea.
I think so.
I know they got Mookie Betts now.
They had Darvish. Darvish. Or did he leave?
I thought he was with the Cubs.
Did they trade him?
He might.
I know he was at the Dodgers for a little bit.
He was at the Dodgers. He got traded, I think, mid-season to the Dodgers,
Okay.
and then they didn't renew his contract, and then he went to the Cubs.
Okay. Which Cubs went World Series not that long ago.
Yes. 2016.
Yeah. Then Astros went 1 year. It's the most recent ones I can remember.
Yep. Well, with that being said, I think we're
right at 3.
I think we're going to be done for the week for this week's episodes. I mean, this is a long episode.
Our podcast
3
It's going to be long.
Yeah, 3 hours. That's a long damn time
I'm wondering
for.
if I should split it up at the break. Just make it 2 episodes. Make it part 1 and part 2.
No, just leave it 1.
Okay.
Screw it. Just
Yeah.
leave it 1. But appreciate everybody stopping by. Again, I'm Stan the Man, Blackbeard. This is Insanitarium. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Visit us on our Facebook page, Insanitarium Podcast, our Twitter page, Insanitarium Podcast. Or no, there's Insanitarium PC.
It's Insanitarium P is the Twitter handle.
Twitter, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Twitch is Insanitarium Show, which if they're watching, they're watching.
And then our email, insanitariumpc@gmail.com. Give us topics for the show. We'll mention you on the show. We appreciate you coming. We never expect you to tip us. Excuse me. Wrong word.
Donate.
We never expect you to donate to us. But if you do, it's greatly appreciated. If you don't, not a big deal. We're not here for us. We're here for you. We're just here to have a good time.
Yep.
Please, please, please join in the conversation. Keep it clean. Keep it couth.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy. We'll see you next time. Peace.